Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a book talk on Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So if you don't know, Cinder is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, which are like fairy tale retellings that are kind of like sci-fi-ish. Here's the other books in the series. So Cinder is like a Cinderella retelling, and it's really cool because like there's different like book things. It says like in it there's like, see, it says like book 1, and it says that a few times, and it says like a part of Cinderella's story. It's really cool. So Cinder is a cyborg, which in this time that's like any human who like had lost a limb or something and needed it replaced with like a metal one. Cinder has a cyborg leg and then a cyborg hand. And in this time period, it's like after World War IV, and they created a place called New Beijing, which is where they live, and like all the Earth are aligned together. And there's like the lunar people who live on the moon, who have like this weird kind of magic type thing. But anyways, it's really good. I really recommend that you read it if you have not already. It is so good, and I really liked it. I cannot wait to see all the rest of it. So if you haven't read it and you don't want to be spoiled, then go now and go read it, and then you can come back and talk with me about it. So if you haven't already read it, bye. Okay, so Cinder, at the beginning, it starts out with her like because she's a mechanic, so it starts out with her in like her booth, and then she's like selling her. She's like trying to have people come to bring her stuff to fix, and then the person in the booth across from her, who is like the baker, like she has the plague. She like screams, and then everyone like runs out, and then she hides in her booth, and they like burn in, like they burn the booth down to the ground. So that was kind of weird. The disease that's been coming like everywhere over just went away. Then she finally made it home, and that's when like me and her stepsister see her getting the balls for the gown and everything. So she has like her android who she has with her, Ikyo. I was really sad that she ended up being dismantled by Adri, her stepmother, because she was really cute, and I really liked her. I think it was like her only friend, and she was really sweet and everything. So I really hope that she is able to build a new one for her memory chip that she took, and the identity tag that she took for her stepsister she actually liked. So then let's see. When it first started talking about like her stepmother, after her stepsister Peony got the plague, she sent her off to be tested for the antidote on. And she, like when they did that, right in the summer, I was like, I didn't think that she would actually basically send her to a death. But luckily she ended up being lunar, so it was all good because she couldn't get the disease anyways. And that's when like they tested her blood, Dr. Erlin tested her blood and saw that she was lunar. And at that point, because Kai was talking about the Emperor, he was talking about how he needed to find Princess Selene to overtake Queen Havana, because she was evil and kept wanting to marry the Emperor. So I knew, and she said she was lunar, that I knew Cinder would end up being Princess Selene. And at the end when it said that, I was like, I already knew that. So it was just confirmed. When she, let's see, so she had to, her and the prince started having like a good relationship. We didn't know she was a cyborg, and she hadn't told him yet, and definitely didn't know she was lunar until the night of the ball when she had walked in on that. So the relationship was really sweet, and he like asked her to the ball, which was really awesome. And I wish she would have just gone. She's like, no, I'm just gonna escape that night. I can't go. She made the excuse for her sister being sick and all that, and So, with Queen Lavanna, she had, like, killed Princess Celine in a fire, and there was a bunch of conspiracy theories that she was still alive and everything, and then he had used his, Kai had a droid that it was his, like, tutor droid that he had research about Princess Celine so they could find her and give her the throne. But then a dark communication was installed into her by one of the Lunar people. And so they had figured out what he was searching for and was going to kill him, basically, most likely. Was going to kill him because they figured that out. So, but she ended up, so she had to fix his droid, and when she finally brought it back, cause she heard it talking about that, but when she brought it back to the castle, she saw Queen Lavanna, and she had used her glamour thing on the people. So they all calmed down, but that's when Queen Lavanna saw her. Dr. Erland had warned her not to come back to the palace the whole time she was there, because she knew that she was Princess Celine, and she would really want him dead. She really wanted her dead, because she was the only threat to her crown, basically. So, and when, like, the day of the ball, when her stepmother had taken her foot, like, because she had bought herself a new foot, because the one she had was really small. So she had bought herself a new foot, or Ikkyo had bought for her, with 600, like, of their money, whatever it was. And so she had taken it, so she was, like, limping around, or using crutches. She was there, and he came to see her, and it's like, why haven't you been responding to my comms? Is your thing broken, or is mine? And she's like, oh, I can't. I still don't want to go to you. And then Pearl comes up and sees that she's talking to the prince. And he had given her silk white gloves in a package. And Pearl stole the package before she could open it, and opened it and threw it on the ground. So her gloves were covered in grease stains and everything. So when she went to the ball, she was wearing, like, Peony's dress, because she had died, so she couldn't wear it anymore, and probably would have wanted her to have it. And so she wore that with the grease stained gloves. She drove the car that she had worked on, that she was going to use to escape, to warn Kai after talking to someone who told her that he had known about it. And I figured, because it said she had, like, long hair. And the third book in the series is called Cress, which is like a bunch of retelling, kind of. And so I was thinking at that point that that was probably Cress, like, that she was talking to, who is the Lunar hacker person. But anyways, so Cress, I'm guessing, had warned her. She went to the ball with the car, and it was, like, pouring down rain. She had her grease-stained gloves and then her old dress. And when they were at the ball, she had been trying to hide so she could just secretly sneak over to warn him. But then the guard had figured out, and, like, scanned ID each other, and, like, figured out that she was the personal guest of the prince. So they announced her, and everyone was staring at her in her grease-stained dress, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so embarrassed for you. Because she was trying to go unnoticed, but she didn't, and she walked forward, and her stepmom was about to slap her and was, like, insulting her when Kai had grabbed her hand and stopped her, and so they started dancing. Then she warned him about what was happening, and his advisor had come over to him and told him that it was time. And so he went over to go and do it, and then he was going to put him, she grabbed him and kissed him, which, and then was like, but she won't marry you if she knows that I'm in love with you, that you already love someone else. And the queen was like, oh, that doesn't matter on my planet. It doesn't matter. So, and then and they're like talking, and she knew she was Luna, so she's like, "You're harboring a fugitive. You're harboring a shell." And that she's like, "That's a thing to cause war." And then she like grabbed her and was just like, what's it called? So she had made her pick like a gun and like turn it on herself, and she was gonna shoot it when her cyborg part was saying her it's like bioelectricity detected, overriding in 3, 2, 1, and then she turned it, and she managed to shoot the chandelier, and everything like fell down around her. And then at one point she shot Vanna, and then like because they had told her that like one of her guards was holding her, and then Prince Kai was like, well, he wasn't in for it now. He's like, let her go. And she's like, wait, do you want to make a bargain? It's like, whatever. And she was just like, and then he was like, he's made a long speech, and he's like, I cannot, will not marry you. And I was like, yes, so I was like, I'm really glad that he did not marry her, because she's so freaking annoying. And so, and then she managed to shoot her, which it ended up, guard jumped in front, so she didn't die, sadly. But it'll happen eventually, most likely. And then she runs out, and she was using her old cyber foot from when she was younger, the one that fit her when she was 11, and it fell off, and so she was lying there like helpless. And then Kai saw that she was a cyborg, because he hadn't known before, but he already knew that she was Lunar, so then he knew that she was a Lunar cyborg. And so he agreed to take her down to the prisons so that he won't start a war. And Dr. Erlin came and visited her and was like, you have to escape. I'm going to Africa. Meet me there after you escape here. Because that's when she told her that she was Princess Celine, and that if the Queen had her, then he was going to kill her, and there was no chance of saving any of those people. So she's like, but what? And she finally kind of accepted it, and so she took him up on his offer, and she cut out her ID chip, and so no one would be able to track her. That's kind of where it ended. I can't wait to do Scarlet, which is the next one. It's a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, and it seems like it's going to be really good, so I cannot wait to read the series. Comment down below your opinions. I liked hearing them. I thought this book was really good, so this I think became one of my new favorite series. So make sure to comment down below your opinions, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.